With the skyline of Manhattan as our backdrop, we are across the East River in the fabled borough of Brooklyn, New York. Today we've got a Week 5 matchup in store here, as it'll be the Tennessee Titans taking on the Colts of Brooklyn.
The first quarter of the season already in the rearview mirror, and off we go in Week 5 on EA Sports.
And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19. The NFL's leading rusher in 2019 and 2020, Derrick Henry.
And he'll be out right at the 35. That's a good way to start the drive. 17 yards and a first down. They'll run it again with Henry.
And taken down just shy of the 40. You look at this Colt defense.
They were very strong in that victory from a week ago.
Have to admit, I was extremely impressed by what I saw. They ended up getting 4 sacks in the game, stayed in the face of the quarterback the entire time, made it difficult for him to step up and find receivers downfield.
And that's what they told us this week, that pressure on the QB is key.
And he'll work free from one tackle, but that's about all as he's taken down. This defense for the Colts very strong in that victory a week ago.
I have to admit, I was extremely impressed by what I saw on tape because they stayed in the face of the quarterback the entire game, ended up getting 4 sacks total, and made it difficult for him to step up and find receivers downfield. Also made it hard for him to escape the pocket.
Trying to force it to Hopkins, and it's intercepted.
Picked up by Juju Brents. And the Colts are in great shape here as they take over at their 46-yard line.
Well, it's no secret he's had trouble this year with interceptions, and this is a bad start for him. First drive, throwing another pick.
No matter who's broadcasting his game, that's how the conversation begins. Throwing too many interceptions, can he take care of the football? If I were his backup, I'd be edging towards the coaches and saying, hey, how about giving me an opportunity?
Now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
How about that? Red man coverage and decided to test them early. But they proved up to the task and forced the incompletion.
Here's 2nd and 10. Quick throw out wide, and Pierce has got it.
They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. Zero hesitation that time. That was get ball, throw ball.
Yeah, turn into a smoke route. If you see the coverage off the receiver, doesn't matter whether you call it a run or not. Just take the ball, get it out to him.
Richardson, shotgun on 3rd down. He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
Well, the other day they told us when we've got 3rd and 5 or less, we have to be able to convert. And I guess every team would say that, Charles, but an opportunity missed there.
What they were trying to tell us is they believe it's a matchup game at that point. And they liked some matchups that they had, thought they could exploit them, unable to do so on that play.
As Sanchez on to punt here as he sends this one away.
Fair catch called. It's taken in right at the 20-yard line. Well, pretty woeful there. Just 23 yards on the punt. And it'll be Titan football. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And their opening drive, that ended with the interception. Fortunate, though, it didn't lead to points.
It didn't lead to points, and because they kind of got away with one, maybe you come back and throw something similar again to show that you're not afraid, that you're not going to back down, and take your shot. Let the defense know that you're going to be there all game long.
And that's good for a gain of 6, and that's going to bring up 2nd down. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he was unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
2nd down and 4.
From the gun, here's Tannehill.
He'll get this one complete. That's A.J. Brown. Still going inside the 20.
Touchdown, Titans. A.J. Brown, his third touchdown now on the year.
And the Titans get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon.
Gold with the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And the last drive, their first drive, 3 and out. What changes here, if anything?
I think it's making sure the guys that you trust the most with the ball, the biggest playmakers you have, that they touch it on this possession to try and get things moving.
So get it to the horses.
Without a doubt, they're the ones that typically end up in the end zone.
The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already.
Liking 18, 10 through 11, 10 through 11. Bronco switch, shot 50, shot 60. Ready.
They go play action with Richardson.
Eluding the pressure right.
Oh, what a read on the outside as it's intercepted.
Picked up by Sean Murphy-Bunting. A young quarterback, Charles, rolling to his right. I know he's right-handed, but is that one that maybe a veteran sticks in his pocket?
I think so, but you have to remember with young quarterbacks, it may take a few years before they get all the stuff out of them that they did earlier in their career or even in their college days when they were used to being dominant. In this case, the NFL veteran defense ended up winning the battle.
You look at this Colt defense. They're a unit that struggled some against the run, no doubt, coming in 25th out of 32 teams.
And this group talks all the time about wanting to be better, getting stronger against the run. And to me, it all starts up front. You've got to win the line of scrimmage in order to play against the run very well.
Now it's Tannehill. The catch made by DeAndre Hopkins. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Tannehill going to turn and give this to Henry.
And he'll fight forward on the straight-ahead running for just a couple of yards, 2nd down.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
From the 35, here's 2nd down and 8.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Tannehill. He's going to fire one. Corner of the end zone. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Fighting his way through contact.
And the Colts are going to get the football here at their own 23. Well, they tried to take their shot right there, but the ball hung up a little too long, and it's intercepted.
And when you describe trying to take their shot right there, usually the ball has to be thrown out a little bit more of a line. You just mentioned it. The ball hung up there. The reaction time of the defenders, they win the day and intercept it.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive.
Still in the first half, but this offense has struggled. Haven't really been able to get anything going, not only in the points category, but in the yards category. Let's see if they can do better here on this drive.
And they'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield.
Off play action, Richardson. And that's to the left sideline and incomplete. The Colts at 3-1 here through their first 4 games. And they're hitting their stride of late. Winners of 3 of their last 4.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
Now a 2nd and 10.
19 tight, 19 tight. Ready.
Richardson on 2nd and 10. And he's got Pierce.
And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Titans' 27-yard line. A gain there of 21 yards.
18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal, cut 19, 60 Maverick, 60 Maverick. Buffalo 18.
1st and 10, it's Richardson. Now this will be swung out wide for Taylor.
And he'll be a little shy of the and 25 here at the 26-yard line.
On second down, it's Taylor. And a strong run there as he'll maneuver his way down inside the 15. 42 yards rushing for him now in his first 2 carries of the ball game.
This has been a good drive so far. It's been the running game for the most part that's powered him down there. Another nice burst there, picking up a first down. Now it's 1st and 10, as you said, in the red zone.
1st and 10, Richardson looks to throw it.
And this one's incomplete.
That certainly appeared to be a play call where they were just trying to make second down, 2nd and short. I think they thought the coverage was off a little bit more than it was. Nice job there pressing up on it and forcing the incompletion.
2nd and 10.
Slot man moves right.
18, Pioneer. Panther Street. Panther Street.
And hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose.
After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. So possession still theirs, but now they face a 3rd down. On 3rd down, here's Richardson. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. Picked by Kevin Byard.
A tough adjustment to the NFL throughout his rookie season, and his problem with turnovers is only exacerbated by his early showing today. That's a couple for him here in this first half, and he's cleared the double-digit mark for the entire season.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Henry out of the pistol.
And he'll get this just inside the 30-yard line.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
To throw on 2nd down is Tannehill. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time.
And the Colts are going to take over once again at their own 37-yard line.
He's at it again, Charles. He had the pick 6 last week. Not a pick 6 here, but an interception.
It's another Oski, because that's the word we use when we intercept a pass. Oski tells your team to rally around and block for you. Well, that worked really well last week because he had made all the way to the end zone. This week he got the Oski, maybe not a touchdown, but boy, he's playing really well.
And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped.
25 yards the pickup there, and also a 1st down.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
Play action. Now Richardson.
Blitz coming, and down he goes.
They called the corner blitz, and Roger McCreary, he got in there and earned the sack.
But you just knew that these rushers were eager to do that today. Put him on the ground. Their plan, introduce themselves individually to this rookie quarterback. They said hello in a big way there with a loss of double-digit yards on that sack.
Throwing on 2nd and long.
Richardson. On the move past the 40.
The solid stiff arm. And down to the 16-yard line. Give him 32 on the play.
And that might be exactly what they needed to wake up this home crowd. They haven't given them much to cheer for so far, and never underestimate the effect the home crowd with you can have on a game.
And the Colts are going to be set up with a 1st and goal as good running gets them down to about the 4-yard line.
They're making it look easy out there. Another 1st down. So far in this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 1st downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success.
Well, he's Intercepted again. It's Richardson's third of the game. Picked off by Amani Hooker. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. It just appeared there that the defense, they had that read from the moment the ball was snapped. And not only did they get the interception, add a nice return on top of it, all the way into the end zone for a defensive touchdown.
Yeah, and the guy made the play. He gets the points. But it really was a group effort, wasn't it? How about the coaches? They've got to be so excited. All the preparation, time in the film room, it translated into a big play that put points on the board for their team.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. So following the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Richardson now on 2nd down.
Escaping the pressure right.
That one finds Pierce right side. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. Got an extra defensive back out there for the Titans now here for 3rd down. Richardson out of the shotgun.
That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. So instead of giving them another 3rd down, they'll decline it, brings up 4th.
Now that's smart football right there. You don't even have to really spend a lot.
And a fake here. Direct snap to the up man. A little trickeration there, but it doesn't fool this defense. And the Titans, they've got the football back, and they've got it in great field position. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They'll bring a tight end in motion left. A 1st down carry for Henry. Unable to corral him. He fights through. And down inside the 15 he goes.
41 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point.
It may sound cliche, but those are the types of yards he can get you. He's such a bruising back.
He is, and typically with that type of a back, if he has any type of stamina, it shows up later in the ball game. Because trust me, guys get tired of running up and trying to tackle that big fella. It wears on him, and then he gets stronger as the game goes on.
Calling no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot, he had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
And that one incomplete, but now a penalty flag coming in late. That might be PI. A little too aggressive defensively, and the flag comes out.
And no one trying to cover is going to like a call going against them, but you have to like the effort there. Went for the interception, just unable to get it, and the flag did come out.
After the penalty, it's Henry. And into the end zone for a Tennessee touchdown. Derrick Henry
with his 4th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Titans have moved out in front by 3 touchdowns.
Sometimes you get a 1st and goal and you're back near the 7, 8, 9 yard line and you start thinking, maybe we'll run it here on 1st down to get half of what we need, so maybe we can have 2 or 3 shots at going for it from closer range. So this is a bonus right here. What a great run to work his way into the end zone.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And he'll very wisely take a knee here as they'll bring this one out to the 25 on the touchback.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but...
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Amani Hooker. And he will take this across midfield and down to the 48-yard line. Henry up the middle. There's a nice move. And a good job of finding the open space to run as he's down close to the 30 here. 17 yards on that play for the Titans. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Tannehill now to throw. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today.
Picked off by Zaire Franklin. And the Colts are going to take possession here at their own 47-yard line. So that potentially an important takeaway here in this second quarter.
Because what it does is give their offense a chance to put a drive together. They've got nothing on the scoreboard so far, so you have to think that they need something before the break. And now they have an opportunity.
And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by Sean Murphy-Bunting.
And the Titans are going to take possession here at their own 33. Well, there's 2 sides to this coin. I mean, on one side, 5 interceptions now thrown for him. That's tough. But, man, this defense, they have been ball hawking and impressive. But, Charles, let's flip it back over. If you're coaching a quarterback that's struggling this much at this stage of the game, do you maybe try to get him out?
I would think about it, and I think about it awfully hard, but also you might want to look into his eyes, see what he has. He might be one of those players that you don't want to affect his confidence by actually pulling him out of the game. So you have to know your player, you have to know the situation.
He went over 100 yards a week ago, and with that run, he does it again.
He's an absolute horse, a guy that eats carries. And what I mean by that, the more you hand it to him, the more the production you're going to get. A big-time performer.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
And a smart play there. He's probably saying, I wish I would have done that on the last drive instead of throwing the interception.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Inside handoff, Henry running right through him. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1.
Quick. Hit. Block.
Tannehill on 3rd down. And oh my goodness, here's a 5th interception. Picked off by Kenny Moore. And he will bring it back. An interception return for a Colts TD.
So what a play there in the final minute of this first half. They get the interception. More importantly, their first points of the ball game.
Yeah, and that one play certainly changes the outlook, doesn't it? I mean, they're looking at going into the locker room. No points on the board. Not playing well defensively. Deflated. And now, things may have changed for them.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away.
And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27.
Just over 30 seconds to go in the half. They've got it 1st and 10.
Tiger. Hit.
They'll start by running with the option to right. And he's not going to go anywhere as they get him down behind the line of scrimmage. DeForest Buckner using that size to force his way in there and make the stop behind the line.
And that's what I'd like to see out of this defense, a little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best first half for them, but they did do a nice job there forcing a loss on that play.
The final shot here before the break, Tannehill. They set up the screen for Henry. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. Welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gunn, getting set for quarter number 3 here. The Colts getting the football first, and they trail here as we are back underway in quarter number 3. And we will not have a run back here as the second half starts with a touchback. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. By no means certainly are they out of this contest. 2-score game start of the third quarter, but you feel like if they don't get points and then they give up points, then it can become a slippery slope. This feels like an important possession.
Yeah, that slope becomes even more slick if you come away empty-handed on this drive, because then you give them a chance to extend their lead. You need some kind of points here, even if it's just a field goal. It's what I call one of those calming drives. Try and slow things down a little bit.
And he's up over midfield and down into Tennessee territory.
Brought down on the play by Amani Hooker. Ball placed at the 45 for 2nd and 5. Second down, here's Richardson.
Rush coming, and he's taken down. And they're going to speed things up here. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
That is caught.
And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Able to convert on 3rd and 14. A terrific play call.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
So operating from Tennessee territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 36.
Quick throw into the hands of Pittman.
And he is out of bounds inside the 30. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll leave him with a second and just a few inches left.
Well, coaches always talk about finding balance on offense. I don't think you get much more balance than this. Big-time run, big-time pass.
A 1-2 combination. Looked pretty good.
How about that? Let's see if they can continue to take that kind of a punch, though.
And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line.
4 yards the pickup, 1st down. On the counter, it's Taylor.
And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line.
We've seen that before. Jeffrey Simmons making a stop behind the line.
And now you have to wonder, partner, at what point in time do they forget the running game? It's been a struggle so far in this one. I would think they'd have to start throwing it a little bit more.
A throw out wide to Woods, complete.
Breaks the tackle. He's got room to run. That was the 8th play of the drive, so a somewhat fitting pickup of 8 yards.
A few moving pieces on that play because that was an RPO, was it not?
It was, but one important piece that didn't move incorrectly, the offensive line. Because when you're running this play, as he continued down the line of scrimmage, sometimes the lineman can wander downfield, and if you're more than a yard downfield, it's illegal to throw the football at that point. But they held their ground, held their spot, and turned it into a nice game.
He's taken in by his big tight end.
And he's brought down. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
I think he has to be saying to himself, how did that not wind up a touchdown? Remember, he just did the tip of the ball across the plane. It's not going to get there, but they're going to be set up in great shape with 1st and goal.
Oh, he's going absolutely nowhere as he is hit behind the line.
That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down. So they're backed up to the 3-yard line, 2nd and goal.
Now Richardson.
Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
Steps away to his left. And this is going to be intercepted.
And the Titans are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20.
They were well aware of the scoreboard as they went into halftime, and they know how tough it's been to put up any kind of points. But if there's a positive after that play, is that they were able to take a shot at the end zone on their opening drive of this half. The negative, though, that shot at 6 ended in an interception, and we know that's not going to jumpstart this struggling offense.
They'll start on the ground. It's Derrick Henry. And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. He wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
They'll come up 2nd and 6 now from the 24. Back to throw, Tannehill. And his throw is going to be incomplete.
And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect him to have more completions to him in this game.
So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Tannehill.
And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to. Here's Ryan Stonehouse now.
And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the 3rd. Taking it right down Broadway. And all the way in for the touchdown.
He returns that punt 73 yards. And the Colts have cut it back within a score.
Extra point by Gain is up and good. And they're back within a touchdown, 21-14. So after surrendering the punt return for a score, let's see what they can do in turn on this kickoff.
This will be returned from deep in the end zone. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line.
Tennessee offense about set and ready to go.
These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
And now here's another interception. Picked up by Kenny Moore. And they'll start out with great field position at the 47-yard line in enemy territory. So, my goodness, I wouldn't have thought this possible not too long ago, but that turnover there means we have a game again.
Yeah, it's been a completely different team here in the second half. I just wonder on the other side of the field, where the starters telling the backups, get ready, you're going to get some playing time. And now guess what? Hope they didn't cut the tape off of their wrists and ankles. They've got to go back out there and play.
83 yards for him on the ground now, as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
Well, they did throw interceptions on their last 2 drives, so no surprise at all they decided to start it with a running play. I'm actually a little bit surprised, though, that they got as much out of it as they did.
Yeah, decent little gain. Puts them in a pretty good spot for second down. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line.
first and 10. Taylor now.
Heck of a broken tackle and able to work this down near the 23. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
On 2nd down, it's Richardson to throw it.
Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10.
12 yards there and a first down.
They ran that one well, and not only did they pick up a nice chunk of yardage on the screen, they sent a message to the defense. Rush the passer all you want, but you better be careful. We can hit you going back the other direction.
The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. They'll send a receiver in motion left. He's going to handle it on the touch pass.
And he'll take this one inside the 10 down to the 8.
A nice play design there with the touch pass. Looked good at the start, but bottom line, the defense was ready.
And they did a nice job scouting, didn't they? Not just scouting, but now executing once they saw the play for real after having worked on it all week in practice. They drilled on the play, then they drilled him.
And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Christian Fulton. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. A little bit of a backbreaker right there. You're down close, one-score game, trying to push the ball down the field and score, and you throw a pick six.
And sometimes you take a little bit of a gamble when you're making your throws, right? Sometimes you press it a little bit more than maybe you wanted to because you want that score so badly. In this case, it cost them.
Gold able to tack on the extra point, and the lead now up to 14. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And Dallas Flowers going to bring this out of the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
At their own 23-yard line.
Here we go.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And we'll see if they can band back together after the pick six. It hurt badly, but still within striking distance. A two-score game with a good chunk of time on the clock. Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete.
And they're at the point of the ball game now where they've got to take some chances. They've got to put the ball in the air and just see what happens. But this defense knows that all too well.
19 tight. 19 tight.
Now it's Richardson. Oh, he'll want that one back. Incomplete. He doesn't drop too many in that department. 3rd down. Well, we've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted. And I think the receivers now, when they're running their routes, they want to catch the ball, but they also want to make sure that the defenders don't take it away.
Now yet another incompletion here as they fail to connect on 3rd.
When you're leading in the final quarter, your radar has to be up for any potential deep shots. And probably not the last one they're going to see in this game, not as long as they hold this lead.
And now here's another interception. Picked off by Amani Hooker. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Little choice, Charles, but to go for it right there, and that pick six will be the icing on the cake.
Yeah, you don't know how many more possessions you're going to get, so really you're almost at the point of no options. Have to go for it. Bottom line, though, is defenders know that as well. They know you've got to throw the football. Had the right defense called, able to make a nice play on the ball, and that's all she wrote.
Gold with the extra point, and the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away.
No run back here, down to a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Colts come to the line, ready to start their next drive. Now, this game went off the rails early for them and never really got back on track. And these fans, they were expecting to be on the other side of the scoreboard. But that is not the case as we play on here this fourth quarter.
And quickly they get to the line.
They go play action with Richardson. And that went too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
Richardson.
It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Even with such a big lead late, the effort hasn't lapsed one bit. If the offense wants to score some points in this one, they're going to have to earn it. These guys are not giving up anything.
He'll get this one to Pittman. And he is going to have a Colts first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
A couple of first downs on the drive already, as they'll go from the 47 now on first down. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
Well, they've been back on their heels a little bit here on this drive, but a chance to exhale just a little bit there with incompletion on first down. Now they have to gear up, try and get 2 more stops, and escape this drive.
Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well.
I think this one offensively, this is one where you just say, let's move on. Let's not even watch the game tapes from this one.
Yeah, you might just want to throw it in the trash, act like it was never there in the first place.
Yeah, just say we're good. I actually have heard of a coach in the past who took his team out to the practice field and ceremonially buried the game films from the prior game when they got clobbered. That was his way of putting it behind them.
And my goodness, another interception.
Down the sideline he goes.
And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. So they go on fourth down. Not only do they not get it, it turns into 6 points the other way. Disastrous.
And many people think you should just go ahead and knock it down in that situation. Turn it over for the offense. But I had a defensive coordinator recently tell me, we see that as a passive play. We don't do that anymore. We want the ball in our hands, and we want to head the other way.
It's probably also instinct a lot of times. If you see a lot of green grass ahead of you, go ahead and grab it.
It's the exact right play to do. That's knowing when to break the rules and when to make a play that maybe you hadn't been taught.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Colts take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Colts come to the line, ready to start their next drive. Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball.
And now here's another interception.
Picked by Kevin Byard. And the Titans will have solid field position here as they take over at their 45-yard line.
Good starting field position for them as they come up first and 10 at the 45. They begin with Henry.
And a lane slow and materializing there as he'll get maybe a yard up to the 45.
Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the fourth quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run.
And my goodness, another interception.
Still going inside the 20.
And they will finally get him, but not until he's all the way down inside the 15-yard line.
From the 13 now, they work on first and 10.
Try to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. That is caught inside the 5. Touchdown!
Josh Downs
from 13 yards out.
And the Colts get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this fourth quarter deficit.
Extra point by Gay is up and good. And that'll cut the lead back down to 21. After the touchdown, it's Gay to kick this one away.
And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. Certainly no reason to panic. They've got the 3-score lead, but the turnover last time, the interception that led to a touchdown, you'd have to think they might not be dialing that up again.
Yeah, probably not. They're still in fantastic shape, though, so I would imagine before he tried it out here for this series, head coach probably just leaned over to him and was like, listen, we're wearing these color shirts. Throw it to those guys, not the others. Try to make a joke out of it and just let him go out there with a little bit more confidence.
Henry again on second down.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Now they're going to be dealing with a 3rd and 7 as that one officially a loss of 1.
So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage.
Throwing on 3rd down, Tannehill. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Well, fourth quarter with a 3-score lead here, Charles, but they're still going back to the air and looking for more points.
Well, with this game well in hand, it's an opportunity for the guys to come off the bench and get a chance to play. And a lot of coaches, they want to run their full playbook no matter who's on the field.
So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Colts will go on offense here, 1st and 10.
Ready, ready.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side. Richardson hit it, he fumbles it. Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it.
Second time in this game, Charles, the ball has squirted out from his hands. Luckily, his teammate was there to pounce on it.
You're right. Got the lucky bounce, able to retain possession. You know, we often talk about the combine and why do we measure quarterbacks' hands. Is that really a big deal? It's for situations like this. Do you have the hands big enough and strong enough to hold on to the football while being jostled?
A first down there on a pickup of 25.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Come on, come on. Hey. Ready.
On first down, Richardson. This one finds Pierce on the out route.
So 5 yards here, 5 on the play, and that'll make it 2nd down. You got the big lead defensively, willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack.
Let's go now. Dragon 60. Go.
3rd and long for Richardson.
And now here's another interception. Picked up by Sean Murphy-Bunting.
Well, it certainly felt like he was going to challenge this defense no matter what, and he stepped up and tried to throw it to the outermost edge of the zone coverage, and they were more than ready for him. The problem now is if they are limited in what they're doing throwing the football, they got to figure out how to move it without being able to throw it to the outside and throw it downfield.
And they'll indeed take a knee. And they take a knee.
Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends.
There you go. I'm with the cash like Diego. God. Yeah, all these dumb some go, just like the